Okay, welcome back to Yoga Teacher Training. I think this is about my 8th video. I've actually recorded this sequence already and it didn't record, so when we're going to do it again. Every time I do it, that's okay. It builds strength, helps me get more familiar with the sequence, and just improves my practice. So no sense of crying over spilled milk. We're just going to go through it again. This sequence is based on strength. It's based on movement. And more cardio based. In this version of it, I'm going to try to move a little slower, but I'm also going to try to really focus on expressing the poses to the fullness of my capability, and I suggest you do the same. Making sure that at the beginning of each practice you start by establishing your intention and just remembering to focus on your breath. So just to do that, we'll do a breathing sequence that we will do throughout the practice, a version of or another, just to allow us to recalibrate and come back. So whenever we do this, we know that we're focusing on our attention and reconnecting with our breath. So if you can start with your hands to your side, and this is an exhale, you're going to inhale your hands to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer and through heart center. Inhale your hands back up. Exhale, bring your hands down to prayer, to heart center, all the way down. One more time, inhale your hands up. Exhale your hands to prayer, through heart center, all the way down. Beautiful. Okay, now we can just take our time and put our hands on our chest, one hand on our belly, and we can just do this pulse breathing, which will really warm us up as well. And it's basically just a continuous exhale, and your body will automatically take in the inhale. So you just and pumping your stomach. As you pump your stomach, that'll help you with your inhale. So with me, start with a deep breath and exhale. One final exhale to make sure you clear out all that stagnant air out of your lungs. Squeezing your belly in. I'm going to do it again from this side so you can sort of see the pumping action that's going on. So there's a deep breath. And we are exhaling. Exhale all of the remaining air out of your belly. Beautiful. So from here, we are going to make our way to the top of the mat. Our warm-up is going to be a sun salutation A, and we're going to go through this sequence a few times. So it's going to be our warm-up, but it's also going to be part of our workout. So if you can come to the top of your mat, and we're going to start, and we're going to start in mountain pose or Tadasana. We're going to go pretty quickly through this sequence. I'm going to do a breath per movement. These are movements that we should mostly be familiar with, so it'll be a limited direction, but we'll keep going through. All right, so at the top of your mat, you're in mountain pose. You want to take a nice deep inhale and a complete exhale. Bring the mounds of your feet together. Draw your arms back and down. You're going to inhale into chair. Exhale into a forward fold. Inhale into a half lift. Hold that breath as you drop into plank. You want to hold plank. Now you want to exhale as you drop to knees, chest, chin to the ground. Exhale. Inhale to cobra. Straighten those arms. Make sure you're taking full and complete breaths. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale to warrior one on the right side. Sweeping that right arm through your hands and dropping that left foot. Exhale, we're going back down to plank. Actually, you're holding that breath back to plank. Exhale, we're dropping our knees, our chest, and our chin. Inhaling up to cobra. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. Preparing ourselves for warrior one on the left side, bringing our leg up and through, and we're inhaling. Dropping down the plank again. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, making sure you're keeping those elbows tight to your body. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. From downward dog, we want to bring our feet to the center of the mat. And we're going to inhale to a half lift. Exhale to a full forward fold. Making our way back to how we started our cycle. Bringing our arms back and dropping down into chair as we inhale. And exhale back into mountain pose. Nice, thank you for making it through. Thank yourself, thank your body. Continue to breathe into mountain pose. So another breathing sequence that we can do to reconnect with our breath. You can feel free to turn towards the front of your mat. This is a sequence that I learned from my Kundalini practice. So we will start with just doing some rotations, and we'll do rotations throughout this practice. So, bring your hands to your shoulders. Your forefingers are at the front of your shoulders. Your thumb is on the back. And your feet are hips width apart and squared firmly on the ground. And we're just going to rotate. You're going to inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. And do it as quickly as possible. Activating that breath. If you start getting a little dizzy, feel free to slow down the movement until it feels good to you. Working on those abs, working on that breath, and also just reconnecting and recalibrating. Okay, we can come back to center. Just do a little upward salute. So bring your arms up and through center, creating a clasp, and then we want to just lean to your right. So a half side bend. On your right hand side, you want to create a nice curve. Go as deeply as you can into this expression, and of course, the further we get into our practice, the more you can get, deeper. So sometimes at the beginning of the practice, it's just limited. Your mobility is limited. Okay, let's come back to the center. Let's side bend to the left. As deep as we can. Breathing in and out your nose. Coming back to center. And we're going to do a back bend. So we're going to reach towards the back of the room. Whatever you have back there. My back bends are could use work, but I can see the painting a little bit. Okay, coming back up to center. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to come back to the front of our mat. We're going to do the sun salutation sequence again. Okay, and remember, each movement has a breath. Some of the transitions you actually have to hold that breath a little longer. So make sure you're taking full and complete breaths, as full as you can. Okay, so starting back from mountain pose, we're going to take an inhale. And then exhale. We're going to inhale, drop down into chair. So we're drawing our arms back and down into chairs. We inhale. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale into half lift. Hold, and we're dropping into plank. Still holding that breath. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So now we're going to exhale as we drop our knees, chest and chin to the mat. And we are inhaling up to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Preparing for warrior on the right side, bringing our right leg up and through our hands as we take a big inhale, dropping that left foot. Holding that breath and dropping back down into plank. And now we're exhaling as we drop our knees, chest, and chin. Making sure those elbows are tight to your body. My stomach is hitting the mat, so I know I need to bring that arch up a little more. Exhale. Inhale to cobra. Get as deep into those poses as you can. Make sure you're dropping your shoulders. Curl your toes under. And exhale up to downward facing dog. From downward dog, we're going to come to warrior one on the left side. So bringing that leg up and through as you inhale. Holding back down into plank. Exhale as you drop your knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhaling back up to cobra. Curling your toes under as you exhale into downward facing dog. Now you're walking your feet back to the center of the mat. And you're going to inhale into a half lift. Exhale into a full forward fold. Making our way back to the beginning of the practice. Bringing our arms back, up, and dropping into chair pose. Beautiful. Coming back up and exhaling into mountain. Keep breathing. Feel free to stand in mountain for a minute. And let's come and do a cycle of our breathing stretches. So we're going to come back to the center of the mat, bringing our arms from mountain up, inhaling. And we're going to do a side bend on the right side as we exhale. Getting deep into there. Take one more breath. One complete cycle. Inhaling back to the center. Exhaling. Once more, inhaling to the center. Exhale. Inhale again. And we're going to exhale to the side bend on the left side. Creating that C, that moon shape. One more complete cycle of breath. So inhale and exhale. Inhale back to upward salute. And then we're going to exhale into a back bend. One more inhale. And as you exhale, get a little deeper into your pose. Okay. Inhale, dropping your hands back to your side. And now we're going to do the rotation. So instead of our shoulders, we're going to go a little further with the rotation, and we are going to extend our arms. So you just extend your arms into a T shape, and we're going to do the same rotation that we did with the shoulders, except in this T position. So make sure that you have plenty of room, because it can get a little wild. Okay, and it's the same thing. So you're going to inhale one way, exhale right. And we're only moving the upper part of our body. Our core is engaged, our lower half is stable, and we're just moving as quickly as possible. Coming back to center. Started feeling good. I got into it a little bit. Okay, coming back to the center. All right. So we're gonna come and we are going to do the sun salutation sequence again. Okay, we are super warm. We're super warm, and it's gonna get better and easier each rotation. So back in mountain, we're inhaling, and we are exhaling. Inhaling our arms up and dropping into chair. Engaging your core. Exhaling to a forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Holding that breath, and you're dropping into a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, your elbows tight to your body. Inhale to cobra. Curl your toes under. Exhale to downward facing dog. Preparing for your warrior one. You want to lift that right leg and bring it through your arms, and you're inhaling. Sweeping your arms back and down, back into plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin. Inhale back up to cobra. Exhale, curl your toes under, back to downward facing dog. Preparing for your warrior one on the left side. Bring your legs up and through as you inhale. And we are making our way back into plank again. Don't we love this? Exhaling, dropping our knees, chest, and chin. And we're inhaling to cobra. Curling our toes under and exhaling into downward facing dog. Bringing our feet to the center of the mat, letting our hands meet, inhaling to a half lift. Exhaling to a full fold. And we are inhaling, bringing our arms backing up, dropping into chair. Beautiful. From chair, we're going to come to mountain pose. And we're going to exhale in mountain pose and reconnect with our breath. I'm going to turn towards you as we come back to another breathing cycle. Dropping our hands to our side. Inhaling our hands above our head with a clasp. Index fingers pointed upward. And we're exhaling, dropping to the right. back again. Inhale to the center. And we're exhaling to the left. Doing it a little different this time. Back to center as we inhale. And we're exhaling towards the back. Let's come back to center and do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale back to center. And exhale to back. Okay? And since our hands are already in the sky, we are going to do another wrist release. So we can feel free to just widen your stance a little bit. Keep your hands up into a V. I've learned that when you stand like this, with your hands up and you're wide and you're open, your heart is open, I've heard it called awesome pose. And it is supposed to create serotonin and make this feeling of happiness. I guess when you feel awesome, you do feel a little happy. So stand in awesome pose is what we'll call it. And you want to just shake your wrists. So just breathe regularly and just start shaking your wrists back and forth. Just to release those wrists. We've been doing a lot of downward facing dogs, a lot of planks. So our wrists need a little break. Let's stop. Back into awesome pose. Open in your heart. Feeling your most awesomest. It's not a word, but. And let's do it one more time, shaking those wrists. And as fast as you can, just let them get loose. My hands are making weird noises. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to just rotate that a little bit. Okay. So because I have PTSD from not recording last time, we're gonna do one more sun salutation sequence, but I just want to make sure we're recording. And we are good to go. Good to go. Okay. So back to the top of our mat for sun salutation. Back in mountain pose. Going through this breath, we should be more confident in our flow. We know what we're doing now. So let's get through this. We can do it. Hands at our side. In mountain pose, inhale. Exhale. Inhale your hands up to the sky. Exhale. Sorry about that. What we're doing is inhaling and we're dropping into chair. And we are exhaling into forward fold. I just said we should be comfortable and I got brain farted. Inhale into half lift. Bringing our hands down, we're coming into plank. Exhale and drop your knees. Chest, chin to the mat. Inhale up to cobra. Curl your toes under. Exhale to downward facing dog. Preparing for warrior one on the right side. Bring your arms up, your leg up and through. Inhale, warrior one. Dropping back to plank. Feel free to use your knees. We're already dropping our knees, chest, chin as we exhale. Inhale, we're coming back up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more, warrior one on the left side. Inhale. Dropping our hands and we're back into plank. I am getting a nice little glow. Dropping our knees, chest, chin as we exhale. We are inhaling back up to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. And we're bringing our feet to the center of the mat as we inhale to a half lift. Exhale to a full fold. Bringing our arms down and back. We're exhaling into chair. Straightening our legs, dropping our hands to the side. We're back into mountain pose or Tadasana. And I feel like I'm doing some real cardio right now. So just breathe it into mountain pose. Reconnecting with your breath. Reconnecting with your intention. Keep breathing. Okay, we're going to just come into a forward fold. And dropping our knees down into a tabletop position. Since we did all of that work, I don't want to jump to the next segment. We all deserve a little bit of a break. So let's just drop our hips back into a child's pose. Bring your third eye to the mat, your forehead to the mat, and extending your arms. And just breathe. Let's do 5 complete breaths in child's pose. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. Now from child's pose, let's just come into a peaceful warrior as well. So from here, we're gonna just open our knees and sink back into that warrior. You can get really deep into this. You can even get your chest to the ground, but your gluteus, your buttocks should still be on your heels. Okay, bring our knees together. Peaceful warrior. And this is all about breathing and rotating, keeping that spine active and limber. So we're gonna take our right hand, bring it to our left knee, still in the kneeling position, bringing our left hand behind us and looking back. And the sun is beaming, so greetings, sun. Thank you for joining us today in this practice. Keep breathing. All right, we're going to switch the rotation. So bringing that left hand to the right knee, bringing our right hand behind us and looking behind. So now we want to just drop to our hips and we can just do a mermaid stretch. So with our knees on the side, this hand here, your left hand just sitting at your side. Let me turn towards y'all. And you're just reaching up and over. It's a mermaid. It's a nice stretch. It's simulating the side bend that we did earlier. You still want to create that C whenever you're doing the side bend. And sweep your arms, your knees around And we're going to do that stretch on the opposite side. So your right hand down to the ground, and you're leaning over to your right. Your left hand is over your head, up and over. Thank you. Okay, so coming to tabletop position, we are going to start with just a with a bird dog position. So if you want to just extend your right leg and your left arm, and you want to hold, making sure that we're engaging our abs, and we're breathing deeply, grounding that hand, spreading that your fingers, and you want as straight of a line as possible. And I wish I could see if I was straight enough, but usually there's sort of a lock that you feel in your body. And breathe. Okay, then bring that left hand down, drop that right knee, and then you want to extend your right hand and extend your left leg for bird dog on the left side. Breathing. Being as straight as an arrow. So while we're in this position, you can drop your right hand, and with that left leg, you want to just bring it perpendicular. I'm bad with angles. You want your knees to be at a 90-degree angle, and you want to open it to your side for fire hydrant. I'm turning towards you, for the sake of the conversation, but in your actual practice, you definitely want to keep your hips as parallel as possible. And we're just going to do a few fire hydrants movements. So let's do about 5 complete breaths. So just inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. We're at 3, exhale down, and I can feel it. Inhale up, exhale down. That 5 is overzealous. Inhale up, exhale down. All right, let's do that on the right side. So bringing your right knee to a 90-degree angle and open it up to your side. Inhale up, exhale down. 1, up, down. 2, keep those abs engaged. Up, down for 3, up, down for 4. Okay, beautiful. So from here, we are going to do a kneeling half moon. So, so just from your right hand on the ground and your right knee, you want to turn, rotate outward, and we want to bring your, similar to a standing half moon, you sort of want to lean up and over and bringing that leg as straight as possible, your arm up to the air. And we're in a kneeling half moon. Oops. And this requires balance. When you fall out, just get back in. And since we're here, let's just do a little pulse. So let's just pulse up and down for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And from the kneeling half moon, dropping that foot down, left foot down, we're coming up to our knee and we're leaning all the way over, bringing our right hand over our head, and we're in gate, also known as Parigasana, which is the star of the show, gate pose. Looking up to the sky, gate pose. Parigasana is a reference to the Sanskrit term as to be the bar or the lock to hold the gate. So we want to make sure that we are locked in this position and that we're very strong in our movement. Keep breathing. Okay, so we can do that same thing on the opposite side. So I'm going to coming over here, coming over here, and we are going to do the half moon on the left side. So left knee is on the ground, and sort of once again like the half moon when you're standing up, sort of an up and out motion. Getting that leg up and straight. Your foot can be flexed, should be flexed, and your arm is straight to the sky. Should be a straight line between your arms, your shoulders. You should be fully extended breathing. So while we're here, let's do that pulse for 10. You can feel free to point your toe while you pulse. So pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bringing that foot down, and we're going to do gate on this side. So your right foot is down, your left hand is coming up and over, being that ironclad lock, very tight, looking up, rotating, getting deep into your Parigasana or gate pose, and breathing. Remember, our practice was really about strength and in holding these poses, finding our strength through a more difficult practice. Reconnecting for your attention and your breath, and breathe in the gate pose. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so from here, since we're here, we're gonna just do a quick frog pose. You wanna open your legs. Your feet are parallel and aligned with the mat. The pads of your knees are just open, and you're just sinking down as deeply as you can. Knees open, sort of look like a frog. If you can sit back into your hips at all. I know I'm lost now. You can't see me. Let me scoot back. See how my feet are turned out. Sit back into your hips. If you can come all the way down, come all the way down. I cannot, so I'm listening to my body. But I'm feeling this stretch on my inner thighs after we did all that work. Keep breathing. Ooh, this really feels good on my inner thighs. Okay, a little rock. Bringing those knees back together. Coming back. And we're gonna do one more sequence, get into our cool down. So quick rotation. Let's just take a quick breath from our knees. Bringing our hands back to tabletop position. Curling our toes under, and we are coming into downward facing dog. Breathing. We can take fuller breaths now. We're not moving through that sun salutation. 3 breaths. So from downward dog, we're bringing our right foot up and sweeping it through for a high lunge. You know what I say, high lunge. Sitting deep into that lunge. Okay. From high lunge, we're going to pivot our left foot to the front of the mat, our right foot to the front of the mat, and they're both facing the corners, and we're coming into a 5-point star or an extended awesome. I'm getting a little slippery here. Breathing here. Feel free to look up. Put your drista above you, your focused position, or in front of you. If you look up, it's going to require a little more balance. It seems like a basic position, but if you start looking up, balance can become a challenge. Bring our hands up and over our head, down to heart center, and drop your knees. We're dropping into goddess position. Breathing. Getting deeper into that position as you exhale. Inhale back up to 5-star, 5-point position. And we're going to just do 5-point in goddess. We're going to do rotation, a cycle of it, a cardio cycle of it. So inhale to 5-star, exhale to goddess. Inhale to 5, exhale to goddess. Inhale up and exhale to goddess. Now we're going to inhale back up, widen our stance, and we're dropping down into a wide leg fold. You need to widen your stance even more. Feel free. You can bring your hands under you or behind you, whatever feels good for you. Just get as deep into that fold as you can. And release. All of that stagnant air. So we are pivoting back to the front of the mat, dropping into a low lunge. So just make the same as a high lunge, except you're just leaning over. All the weight in your feet. Your hands are just propping you up, and you're breathing. And from low lunge, we're going to drop our knee down, come into crescent, so uncurl your toe, and just sit a little deeper into that lunge. Deeper and deeper still. From crescent, we're going to drop back into a half split, bringing our hips back and straightening that right leg, and exhaling, breathing. Feeling that in our upper thigh, hamstrings. Oh, feels good. Okay, we're going to do another cardio cycle. So we're going to just go from crescent to half split, and we'll do 3 of those. So inhale forward to crescent, sitting deep into those hips. Exhale, dropping your hips back, straightening your leg, half split. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, half split. Last time, inhale to crescent. Exhale to half split. Okay, now from here, we are going to come and do that same sequence on the left side. So bringing our right leg back, and we're coming into a downward facing dog. And actually, let me rotate for you all, because I don't want to be behind you. I want to have my back towards you. So to downward facing dog. Breathe. Bringing that left leg up. And through, we're coming into a high lunge on your left side. I'm really sweating over here. Getting deep into that lunge, and we're pivoting our left foot towards the front of the mat, our right foot towards the pit of the mat, and we're back into 5-point position. Awesome pose, wide leg, awesome pose, which I renamed. And breathing. Opening your heart, opening your chest. Turning into the star that you are. Bringing our hands above our head, dropping them down through heart center. And we are dropping into goddess pose. Then we want to do the cardio cycle. So let's come up to awesome. Straighten your legs. Inhale. Exhale to goddess. Inhale to awesome. Exhale to goddess. Last time, inhaling to awesome. And we are exhaling to goddess. From goddess, we're straightening our legs back, widening our stance, and we're dropping into a wide leg fold. Getting as deep into this fold as you can. Pivoting our left foot towards the front of the mat, our right foot behind it, and we're in low lunge on the left side. Once again, we're not collapsing into our hands. We're sitting up, we're high. Dropping our knee to the ground, and we're coming into crescent on the left, so sinking into those hips, leaning forward, bringing our hands to the sky, crescent on the left-hand side. Okay, we want to bring our hips back, straighten that left leg, and we're dropping into a half split. Okay, and we are going to do the cardio cycle. So we're going to just take our hips, inhale to crescent, exhale to half split. Dropping them hips back. Sinking our hips forward, inhaling to crescent, dropping them back, exhaling to half split. Last time, sinking our hips forward, inhaling into crescent, dropping them back, exhale to half split. Okay, beautiful. Dropping down. My knees to the ground. I'm going to rotate back to the front. Oh, dropping my hips down because I love to. Okay, and we want to just do a quick core segment. Even though everything we've done has been incorporating our core, we've been engaging our core through, so we should be feeling it, but we're going to just do things that are really just completely focused on the core. So you're making your way to the mat, your butt to the mat, your soles of the feet on the ground, and we're going to start with a half boat. So our feet, our legs are at a 90-degree angle and they're extended, and let's just breathe through half boat. Making sure that upper part of your body is lifted, still keeping the abs engaged. Now, if you're able to, or it's in your practice, let's extend to a full boat, straightening those legs. See, I have a micro bend. I can't get them perfectly straight. The shakes are coming. Feeling it. Dropping my feet, soles of my feet to the ground. And I just want to inhale, open my chest, and exhale, holding on to the knees and sort of curling your back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bring your chest through, and then we're exhaling, curling back. Okay, so just a variation of that pose. We're going to roll slightly down. Our shoulders are lifted. Our legs are up, and we are going to inhale, extending our arms up, our legs out, and then exhale, we're rotating, bringing and squeezing those legs in. Inhaling, the lower you drop your legs, the more you'll feel it. Exhaling, circling your arms, hugging your legs in. Inhaling your arms up, you're straight. Exhale, circle. And we're going to do it one more, not one more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Okay, dropping your head to the ground. Okay, and look, I'm like, okay, working my way through. I'm putting your hands behind your head, and we're gonna do a bicycle, but we're gonna do a scissor style bicycle. So instead of extending our legs out, we're gonna bring our legs up and extend them down. But we still wanna do opposite elbow, opposite knee. So with your hands behind your head, bring your knees up, bring your head up, and start with that right, by dropping that right leg, bringing that right elbow to your left knee. And we'll do 10. 10 is 10. So I'll show you what 1 is. That's 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dropping your head, squeezing your knees in to your belly. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Okay, so you wanna grab your knees, grab behind your knees, rock up, and we're gonna just do our final cool down. Okay, so we're gonna, since we're sitting up here, did a lot of standing, we'll just get some more hip stretches in. So we wanna sit into a staff position. Okay. Just breathe. This is a pose. We deserve to have this as a pose since we work so hard. Okay. From staff, we're gonna go to head to knee, keeping that left leg extended. Bring your right foot into your thigh, and then we're just hinging forward, making sure you keep your hips as parallel to the front of the mat as possible, and you're hinging forward towards your left. As deeply as you can get into the pose. You might be at your thigh, below your knee, your shin, or your foot. And you're hinging from your hips. That stretch feels amazing. Make your way back up to the top, sitting back up, extending that right leg. Bring your left leg in to your right hip, to your right thigh, and we're going to do that hinge on this side, and just folding forward. And I know one side is always more flexible. This is my less flexible side. Making your way back up, extending your foot back out, sitting up. I'm gonna rock your hips a little bit, side to side. And we're gonna do a full forward fold, sitting forward fold from here. So we're hinging, and if you need to do a micro bend, for me, I prefer to do my forward fold. I start with a bend in my knee, and I just slowly just walk myself out and drop my legs. Keeping your spine as straight as possible. Your shoulders are dropped. Your feet are flexed. And you're breathing. Just in case you forget. Okay, coming back up. Bringing the soles of your feet together. We're coming into a bound angle pose. And I like to start this bound ankle pose with like a butterfly, so just flapping our legs. Just to keep that movement. We just been moving. It's hard to stop, right? Flap, flap, flap. Flap, flap, flap. Butterfly in the sky. Yeah, I know. It's bad. All right, and from here, we're going to do that hinge again. So stop flapping. You're where you need to be, and you want to just fold over, bringing your head towards the arches of your feet. Still trying to keep your back as straight as possible, but there's a little more curve in this pose than in just the straight forward fold. Beautiful. Push your nose down one more time. Dropping my soles. And I am dropping to the ground. Yes, we're laying down and we're not getting back up. So dropping your back to the ground. And you want to just take your knees into your chest. Give them a big squeeze. Yes. Big squeeze. Dropping that left foot, sole of the foot to the mat. And just dropping that leg completely, actually extending it, keeping that right knee in, and you're just dropping your right knee over the left side of your body into a supine twist. Your right arm is extended, and you're looking to the opposite side of your body for a full rotation. So you want to grab that big toe, the right toe, and now you're going to rotate extend your right leg and rotate it to the right side, and now you're looking to your left. Okay, bringing that foot back, dropping that leg down, and we're going to do it on the left side. So right leg into your chest, left leg into your chest, and dropping it over your right side for a supine twist. If you can't get all the way down, your knee all the way down, that's okay. It's more important that your shoulder is down. Keeping that shoulder down, get that knee as low as you can get it. Deep breaths. Grabbing your left toe, your left hand, and then you're extending it out to your left side, and you're looking to your right. Your right arm is extended. So just drop your left leg to the ground, open your right leg, dropping it out, opening your feet, dropping your arms to your side, and we are in our final Shavasana for the day. So you want to drop into the mat. You want to sink deep into the mat. Reconnecting with your breath and reconnecting with your intentions. Showing gratitude and grace to yourself for today's practice, which has been pretty intense, but useful and energizing. Continue to breathe. And thanks for coming to the mat today. Sometimes I look at the mat like it's soil. And I'm a seed. At the beginning of the practice, I'm just planting myself into the mat, planting myself into the practice. And each posture is me nurturing myself as the seed. By the end of the practice, I'm a beautiful flower. So, thank you for walking through this process of me, turning into the flowers that you are. Keep breathing and keep sinking into the mat. Keep sinking into your soil. Breathing deeply. Steadily with your breath. Keep breathing. And we get to flowers blooming, blossoming with each practice. Now we can start bringing awareness back to our body. Start touching your fingers, rubbing them together, wiggling your toes. And bring your knees to your chest, giving them a big squeeze, loving on yourself one more time. It's tight, tight, tight. Like Kendrick say, I love myself. You already showed that through your practice, but keep on doing it. Drop into your left side or your right into a fetus position and using your hand as leverage to come back up to easy seat. Okay. So with an easy seat, I'm just gonna bring my hands to my side. Index fingers to our thumbs. Taking a few more deep breaths. Let's close our practice with an Om. Bring our hands to heart center. Take a deep breath. Om. Connecting with that crown chakra, the Sahasrara chakra. Opening up to the energies of the universe, the highest spiritual versions of yourself. Let's take one more deep breath. Exhale with an Om. Om. Thank you so much for joining me on your mat today, for joining this practice. I leave you in peace. Hotep, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste. Whoa. I did it.